Okay, chat, here we go. We've gone full slop YouTuber. We're going to... Oh, yeah, we're going to watch some football highlights at some point whenever stream gets really slow and nobody's chatting, okay? So... There's this discussion, and I've seen Devin Nash talk about it, right? I've seen Devin Nash talk about it before. This is the first person I heard say this, and now Asmongold is saying it. Here, I'll just let it fly.
That's what I would do. If I wanted to optimize ad revenue, you know what I would do? I'd ban politics. That's what I'd do. Just ban it. The odds are that me and Hassan and Tectone and Frogan and Denims and Central Committee cause 90% of the PR problems on the entire website. That is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that is the thing. I agree 100%. But I said this the other day. I don't think Twitch could do it. I don't think that they could bring themselves to do it and remove those streamers because Asmongold is officially North America's most watched streamer so far in 2025. He currently has more hours watched than Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed. Look at who the top 2 pure Twitch streamers are. Well, other than Kai. It's literally Asmongold and Hassan, bro. There's literally no way they would get killed. They would be killed in lack of ad revenue, dude. Literally destroy them. Asmon, that's kind of sad. It is crazy to me, and I don't know if it's just because he streams so long or if he does have such like a dedicated fan base, right? But he does have insane numbers on Twitch. But yeah, now that Asmongold's channel's monetized, I just don't think there's any way, even if it was just Hassan up here, I don't think there's any way that Twitch would ban them. Is the thing, because they literally can't, or they will go so far into the red. They're already in the red. They would go so far into the red. That would be 2 of their biggest streamers. Let me see. What are the comments like in here? I would like to get some people's opinion. The PR problems that are made up by incels to try to push Hassan off the platform. The solution is to ban bad faith, pearl clutching incels like Asmongold. See, here's the thing. I do agree that Asmon and Hassan both probably get more hate than they deserve. I don't think this is true though, because Hassan does do things that do ride the line, and that's somebody who like watches Hassan from time to time, right? I try to consume Hassan and like Asmongold like content so that I can get different viewpoints and stuff. I think there's like a over the top some of the time, but Hassan does be riding the line. Like he does shit that is arguably worse than Asmongold sometimes, like TOS wise. I'm not saying like morally, it depends on your moral compass, right? But yes, I think there is definitely some of that for both of them. The roach controlling his brain is putting in overtime. Ban political content from Twitch, and the cockroaches from Asmon's crib and the world is a much brighter place. This guy is always so full of himself. This guy wants to attack Hassan so bad he is willing to hurt himself. Lol, what the fuck? The reason people like Zach more than Hassan is simply he's more transparent. This is so interesting. I've never seen a comment section that mentions Hassan not be just like straight up people shitting on Hassan on X. This is kind of crazy, dude. You cannot avoid a political speech if you're talking about anything remotely interesting. Asmongold creates slop and nothing else. I think that's the thing, is like you couldn't, like, how are you gonna justify it, like where are you gonna figure out what makes up for what? I mean, it would definitely help the ad revenue, but how would they even go about that? Yeah, I thought you said Kevin Nash for a second. I was like, the wrestler? No, Devin Nash, like the stream content specialist, dude. Wait, what do you mean lack of? Doesn't Asmon stream on the account that has no ad? Oh yeah, no, he put it on. I don't know if they made him or if he finally did it, but yeah. And then Frogan came out here and said, you consider me political because I wear a hijab. I am not like you, and I do not make political content anywhere but typing a tweet once in a while. I'm gonna be honest, I think this is also in bad faith here, right? Sorry, not to like attack leftists and shit more than making fun of Asmongold and like Tectone and shit. I think this is a bad take because Frogan literally came out and was like, I hope that everyone in the military gets PTSD and their lives are fucked. And then like Ludwig was like, yeah, I've donated money to like help Palestine, but I'm not gonna like make a humongous statement just because I don't like, that's not my place to say. And she's like, this is a cracker ass take. And I was like, whatever, right? I think this is in bad faith, being like, you dislike me because I am this religion. I don't really think that's fair. I think that's kind of like, you know, pulling at anything for attention. I mean, I think there is definitely, Frogan gets like targeted a lot for a lot of things. Like people just like say horrible, disgusting things about her because of her weight, you know, like Tectone does, or at least from, you know, some of the clips I've seen. I'm not a Tectone daily watcher. I've watched one Tectone video in recent time. Actually, no, I think I watched 2 the other night because I was doing some investigation on Reacts, like what's working and what's not on the slop. But yeah, dude, I just think that's like a bad take overall. And I think, again, like for Twitch's health and for their PR, banning political streamers would be the move. But they won't. They literally cannot. And also, again, moderating that would be so hard. Okay, somebody says that they don't like Trump. Okay, well, now are they a political streamer? Somebody likes, what's her name? Who's running for district whatever in Chicago. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you guys are like, what are you talking about? Shut up, idiot. Somebody really likes her, so they do a fundraiser for her. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give money to this person based off of all the money I make on this stream. Okay, is that political? I mean, yeah, you'd be fundraising for somebody, right? Let's say you talk about how a policy has affected you personally. Are you not allowed to talk about how the policy affected you personally? And my other point on this is Asmongold and Hassan. Asmongold less because his channel is insanely beefy when it comes to views and he's like constantly uploading and shit. They would suffer less than Twitch would suffer from getting banned on Twitch because they could just stream on YouTube. I mean, Hassan literally said it recently, is that he's going to probably try out multi-streaming because of his most recent ban, you know? So again, I just think there's no world where Twitch actually goes through with it and does something like this. I think Asmongold's right. Again, it would fix a lot of things, but yeah, dude. I'm trying to think if there's any other insight as a shitty 15 average viewer Twitch streamer I have on any of these takes. Does anybody else in the comments have anything interesting to say? See, I think this is also in bad face. Hassan and his orbiters cost 80%. Asmon causes 10. Everyone else 10. I think that's also in bad faith. I think trying to like be like, well, this person makes up this amount. Reality is no advertiser cares about Asmongold's takes. It's when Hassan promotes terrorism that advertisers really start to vomit. I think that these advertisers are fucking lame too. I just want to say that like literally somebody, I forget who said this originally, but like advertisers will put, like Coke will put their logo on like CNN when they're covering like a mass shooting, but God forbid a YouTuber like try and cover like a more like taboo topic and they'll be like, no, we don't want our ads on that. Well, motherfucker, you're slapping that shit proudly on a CNN fucking commercial in between live coverage of a shooting, and you're cool with that. But if somebody says fuck one too many times in the intro of a video, you're like, no, we can't put our advertiser dollars into that. Like, fucking make it make sense. Fucking make it make sense, dude. How can't you love this based cockroach? Dude. No, Twitch should jump into politics and become the next generation of media broadcasting. Don't go backwards at Twitch. Is this the last react you have? Yeah, it is. And I think that pretty much summarizes it. Is like, Twitch will not do this. It's annoying. There's always going to be people bitching at each other. I think people should, I've talked about this a lot. Stop having these bad faith takes, Or even, Asmongold has done, some maybe unintentionally or maybe intentionally, who knows, to try and prove a point. People should just stop doing this and try and have actual conversations instead of being so like inflammatory with what they have to say, and just be honest and try and be genuine. So yeah. Smiley face. Josh, you ready for some fucking motherfucking Chungus motherfucking Dead Rising, dude? Oh dear God, he's looking at Twitter. Don't worry, I closed it. Don't worry, Skippy. We were about to cover Steven Crowder saying the N-word on Piers Morgan's show, but I'll do that later. Fuck Frogan, by the way. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, that's literally what I was talking about there. She's like, I'm not a political commentator, Asmongold. Fuck? The fuck?